Hello, Darren the Magic Ghostbuster here with the reveal of my full leather Vigo costume, and I'm very happy with the results. Now, if you've not seen my previous videos on this, or know nothing about me, I have been cosplaying as Vigo for a couple of years. My original costume was made of like different cloth material, and I made that a couple of years ago, and I've been going to events with my group, the South End Ghostbusters, and I must say, having a lot of fun as Vigo. I was actually surprised when I went to Ghostbusters Day in New York. I was actually surprised how many people recognised me as Vigo, considering I wasn't in the Vigo costume, I was just in the normal tan jumpsuit, but there you go. Now, I was hoping to film this video at the the London New Year's Day parade. I was hoping that would have been the debut of this costume. Unfortunately, the weather was a bit wet. I did take a GB2 flight suit as a backup just to be safe, because I didn't want to risk getting all this new leather wet, especially after the cost and time I put into it. And I did put the top half on for a photo with my friend's baby, which he had actually managed to find the proper onesie that Oscar wore in GB2. So I got a great picture of that, but then had to take it off and just do the parade in the GB2 jumpsuit, which was a shame, but you know, still had a great time, and we raised a lot of money for charity, so that was good. But yeah, so this is all full leather now. Now, I did like my original suit, but it was never what I wanted. I'd always wanted to do it in leather, but considering I'm not really into sewing or any of that sort of stuff, I thought there's no point doing it in leather, because you know this cost a fortune, it's leather. So I made it in cloth originally, and got a lot of praise for that costume. But it was never quite what I wanted, so yeah, decided to do it in leather. And I think it's always been in the back of my mind. It was when the original costume came up for sale via the prop store that really made me think, oh yeah, I've got to do it, because you can get such good reference pictures of Vigo's costume. It allowed me to see details I've never seen before. Just little things like these pyramid studs here and here are different sizes. On my original costume, they're the same size. You know, things like that. These are little round studs here. I use spikes. I thought they were little spikes. They're not. They're just little round domes. You know, these spikes here are the wrong type, and they're the right type. So little details that, you know, I guess unless you look at those pictures, you'd never know. But you know what us Ghostbusters fans are like. Now you'll notice my hair is brown. So when I first started cosplaying as Vigo, I just kept my hair brown, but I was never happy with that, and I've never got on with wigs. I've worn wigs a couple of times in the past for you know, a couple of different costumes and for TV work, but just never really liked them. So I did find a solution in the end, which is this stuff called Party Success Hair Colour. And I'd actually used the green one years ago for a Joker costume, and it came out really good. So I'm probably going to do a separate video on this. I'm not going to do my hair today, because I haven't got many cans of this left. I use a can of each per time I do it. So I've got white and blonde. The blonde doesn't really show up enough, so I'll do it in white first and then the blonde. And I did try a few other solutions, but yeah, that seems to work quite well. So that is something I'll do when I go out as Vigo. Now, and I must admit, because I obviously did the parade yesterday, and I had done my hair before I left, just in case I've got to wear this. And although some of it did come off on my flight suit, I was actually quite surprised because you know where it was. I was wearing a Santa hat, which kept some of my hair dry, but a lot of it did get wet, and it didn't run as much as I thought it would. So it did actually work quite well. But yeah, I'm going to have to order some more of that and stock up, I think. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the costume. Couple of little adjustments I'm going to make. So one, which isn't going to be an accurate thing, on the back here on this belt, I'm thinking of making a couple of pouches to go on that belt to hold things like wallet, keys, phone. On my original costume, because it was cloth, these trousers I'm wearing have pockets, and because it was cloth, I could just pull this front bit up and get access to my pockets quite easily. This is very stiff leather, and I can't pull that up and get access to my pockets, unfortunately. So yeah, I need another solution to that. So I'm thinking of making some pouches to go on the back. One of my Jedi costumes had a couple of pouches on the back, so I'm thinking something along those lines. I do have some extra leather for that. And one other thing is the boots. So on the original costume, there's some straps that go underneath the boot, and I had done that strap on my original costume, and just held in place with some Velcro. Now, the first time I used it out, I went to the loo, and you know, because animals tend to go to these things, the floor was covered in piss, and that got soaked. So I ended up, you know, cutting it off at the convention and never used it. And that was the reason why I thought, well, I ain't going to bother doing that with this one. But I'm half thinking about doing it, because if I use a buckle rather than Velcro, and because it's stiffer leather, that should hold tight and not get wet. Let's go in a much deeper puddle. So I'm toying with that idea, haven't fully decided. Like I said, I've got extra leather offcuts, so I'm thinking of cutting the bit strip at least, so then I've got it. And then the other idea with the offcuts is of doing some Vigo inspired wristbands to sell at conventions and things like that. But yeah, so that's it. Hope you like it, hope you've liked this series. Hopefully I'll get to see you at a convention with me in Vigo costume, we can get a photo together. But thanks for watching, thanks for supporting the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, keep on busting.
Want to give a big shout out to the Magic Ghostbuster. Hey Darren, very, very impressive.